Good afternoon, all my TIs. Today's a new day. Success for me. I mean, to my understanding, it never goes away, and that's okay. It doesn't really bug me. It's always gonna be there. There's always gonna be people with, or these guys with their psychological weapons pointed towards us, manipulating us, trying to speak to our brains and tell us what to do. We have to learn how to overconquer that. For me, it's not about staying still, it's about moving around. And that's one thing the gang stalking people do not like, is they want to keep you contained. Basically, they want to keep you trapped, put you in a cage, jail, or keep you in your house all the time where you can't go out. They want you taking medication so they can utilize that to their defense, which, to my understanding, that's some cowardice stuff. Straight up, excuse my vocabulary, but to me, that's a coward. I mean, why can't somebody come up to you and punch you in the face really hard, or come up to you and stab you or shoot you? You know what I mean? It's like, why do it from afar? Why hide? And I come to the conclusion that it's not us that's the scary people, but it's them, that they're cowardice people, the narcissism. Okay, so I'm gonna get into a lot of detail today in regards to. I'm only gonna give you guys like 10 or 15 minutes. I apologize. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, be free. Feel free to ask, and to my best acknowledgement, I'll give the best answer that I could. Let's start off with fly monkeys. Fly monkeys. Okay, so basically they have a rule book. The rule book that they don't obey by. A lot of times they cheat. Just like I told you, a game of chess. You turn your head to go make a shot of coffee or something, or just turn to look, and next thing you know, there's pawns put back onto the chessboard. So let's go with fly monkeys. Fly monkeys is basically where they're online and they speak about certain things, or it could be the terrorists that are across the radio signals and stuff like that. Because, to my understanding, those are terrorist people. When they speak about bad upon people and they try to get people hurt, that's considered terrorism. They could look at me and be like, "Oh, that guy's a street terrorizer," and you know what? Street terrorizer is just as bad as a terrorist, but a terrorist is worse. I run around and try to fight people while other people are running around trying to get people killed, hurt, beat up. That is, to my understanding, I would consider that a law, and it would be called defacing one's image. And defacing one's image is a law that came into exist due to the fact that there was a lot of kids and people getting hurt, and not only were they hurting themselves, they were committing suicide. It sucks. Children doing this because people or kids are going around online, and they're saying bad stuff about a girl, and the stuff that they're saying about the girl is not even true. I mean, and next thing you know, the girl's taking it really hard, and the parents wake up and she's hanging off the ceiling, off the fan or something. It's a horrific thing. It's horrible. That's our new Generation X. I mean, how can someone do that to somebody? And then to think about it, and these are grown men and women that are doing this. Imagine that. Grown people that are doing this. Not children, but grown, older than me, older than you, older than everybody here. Old men, younger people. They're just cowards. That's all. And I don't like it. I refuse it. And that's why I'm making these videos, so that a lot of people out there can get a better understanding of what they're going through, and learn how to conquer it. I mean, I've always conquered mine. The only bad part is, like I said, not everybody is on drugs or drinking alcohol, but don't forget that this world is full of weird things. So, like, let's consider our world X-Men world. The X-Men world of people, when the Lord has given the 144 gifts of all of the above. It could be levitating, it could be moving stuff with your mind, it could be reading minds, it could be a lot of different things. Whatever it is, whatever your ability is, whatever you come down to the understanding of what it really is, try to keep it to yourself, because I've exposed a lot of my ability, and you know what? It's gotten me in a lot of trouble. It's almost got me hurt. And it says in the Bible, in the words of the Creator, that towards the end of days that the prophets will be amongst earth, and that the world shall neglect the prophets, meaning we won't even be welcome anywhere on this earth, nowhere, just due to the fact is we are God's people and we're blessed with abilities, and this is an X-Men world. That's what I consider it. Sounds ridiculous, and not to everyone, because everybody has that state of mind, especially if you're a TI. TIs, they cut my ear open a long time ago, and they did surgery. Little did I know, maybe they put something in my ear. Some of you guys, it's not about talking. You guys know some people pulled stuff out of their ears, cut their ears open. They pulled stuff out of their skin, little chips, GPS, microphones, all kinds of weird stuff. But this is just the way the world is, our technology. I told you about the different extraterrestrials that are here on Earth. Come on, you're really gonna expect not for our world not to be an advanced world? Look at the new drones, the drones that are gonna be transporting us to work and stuff. Come on, that's Lyft and Uber. Pay attention to the little things. The little things will tell you the most things, but just have an open mind about it like you usually do. That's why we're all TIs, and that's why we have better understanding and are open-minded. So let's start off like this. Flying monkeys. So flying monkeys is basically, it's either a speaker or a computer or somebody telling somebody as they're walking by. It could be a microwave, because due to the fact is the first microphone that was ever created was a microwave. A microwave could hear and speak through it. So basically back in the I'm not even gonna go there because I'm not even too positive on how far it goes back. 1900s, maybe. No way, not that far back. Something like that. But go ahead and research it yourself. To my understanding, the microwave is the number one thing, which you have everything else. You have cars, you have anything you walk by nowadays. There's a microphone in it. So someone could be walking by, and the people that are TIs can be involved with these weirdo psychopath narcissist people, and to my understanding they speak to them, and it's all through technology. It's this phone, you know what I mean? This phone is all technology. This has a speaker. Everything in life has a speaker nowadays. You want to get away from that? Go to the mountains, go to the desert or something where there's no internet, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. There'll be none of that. Then you'll be fine. But they'll still be around. They'll still walk around. And then don't forget that it's not only man. We're dealing with spiritual, so you can't never get away from it. So don't try. But the easiest solution would be to the solutions that I'm gonna start to give. I'm gonna get deep into it. So flying monkeys is basically through radio signals. The majority of the time they're considered terrorists. So the way I've learned to beat it is when I'm walking down the street, or when I'm somewhere at a liquor store and somebody looks at me and they call me a name, I go, hey, don't listen to those terrorists. That's it. They'll think about it and they'll understand it, but don't forget that it's not only one person you have to speak that to. You have to tell everybody that walks by, everybody that talks to you, everybody not talks to you but puts you down and talks down on you and puts words and they're putting words in other people's mouth of who you are, and in reality you're nothing of the sort. It's them that something's wrong with. So to my understanding, the way how I got control of it is by going around and looking at that person and be like, don't listen to that terrorist. And then when they look at you like, whoa, what are you talking about? Be like, yeah, the microwaves and the TVs and all that. Don't listen to that stuff. Don't listen to the cameras, because this is a true fact. I've learned. I've gained knowledge. Some people have been TIs for 20, 30 years. I've only been a TI for, I would say 6 years, 5 years, maybe 8. But don't forget that a lot of it has to do with our actions as a kid, or when we were younger. Certain things that we do, they have this program. It's called the mental health program. There's another program for it, as well as rope has to be involved with it, as well as another program through a government agency. What what begins is as a child, they begin to watch you. If you're very active, if you're hurting people, and then as you get older, they constantly observe you, and if they see something different in you, they grasp that, and then they want to do scientific research, which is human research, which is illegal. That's considered violating your constitutional rights as well as your amendments. All of this stuff that I'm gonna speak on from this day forward, I'll try to remember where I'm at. I apologize, I don't have a pen or paper, it's all up here. Their whole rule book that they have, the book that they have, guess what? They have the book, well, guess what? I have that knowledge. The book that I have is in my mind, and the only way I can speak it is directly. So I apologize if I go back and forth to certain things, but I'm just trying to give you guys better understanding, better knowledge, and teaching you guys how to beat the gang stalking. And it's all free. I mean, I'm not trying to charge nothing. Just watch the videos and get through it, you know. And if you, like I said, you guys have any questions, let me know. Flying monkeys. So go around and let them know, hey, you know what? When you overhear somebody talking, you know, the three people or in a little